MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Okay, ready?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 42 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Mitchell again, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Ready. 50 red. 50 red.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and 9. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Barkley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Gano's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. From the 31, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Lance looking to throw it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 16, Mike 16. Dragon 60. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing Jones. Being chased out left. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lance going to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Room here to run. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Jones throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
Jones on first down. He's got Slayton on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 112 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 18 Cardinals.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 12-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in climate weather, plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll run it again with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Barkley is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Breida will score. Touchdown, New York. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 44 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
But he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 158 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. Hey, get away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Check back 16. Check back 16. Check. 16, Mike, 16. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. Past the 20. 5 and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson, 49 yards. And the Giants will add to their fourth quarter lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Barkley, inside handoff. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Steps away. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This is caught by Hilton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Jones to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead They found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
In motion left, Robinson. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff, Barkley running left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a give to Barkley. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.